man. Tune in to your boy, man. We got a hot topic today. Oh, yes, we do. Tune in, man. Tap in. Let a few people tap in real quick before we go in on these imposters. What it is, man. Can't even think. I'm so boiling hot right now, to say the least. But yeah, man. Tap in one time. All right. I'm just gonna get it started because I'm just gonna really vent a little bit, get it off my chest. But it's also a great awareness video to be aware of a lot of things that's in the industry that you might need to know about, probably haven't come across yet. And what I'm talking about is scammers, scammies, you know what I'm saying? Fakes, phonies, you know what I'm saying? Imposters, all that is in this game, man. And it needs to stop, man. We need to wash them out. Well, today, I just delivered a load, and the guy didn't want to pay me. Yeah, he didn't want to pay me, man. He's a Russian, no problem with any Russians, you know what I'm saying? But he was a Russian fellow, and he seemed to be cool at first, you know what I'm saying? But then dropped the load, and then the man said he didn't want to pay me because there was damage. Okay, there's damage. Did I do the damage? No, I didn't do the damage. So what we did was looked at the pictures. The pictures proved that the before pictures. That's why you take before pictures and after pictures, because when they have anything negative to say about a load, you can always go back to your before pictures and you can pretty much show exactly the condition of the car when you picked up the vehicle. You know what I'm saying? So I showed him the pictures, the before pictures. He saw clearly that the damage was done there. And what it was his hood. His hood and his passenger side front light was cracked. And the light was cracked, and the hood had like a little slash, mark across it. You can clearly see there was forks. I picked it up at IAA in Bessemer, Alabama. So you could tell that the forks went across the hood somehow, some way, caused some damage. He showed me pictures of the car, how it looked like before, when he bought it. So I saw his pictures, and I'm like, okay, it wasn't no damage. I can see what you're saying. And his argument was, on the contract, we specify that any carrier or driver, transporter, whatever, when you pick up the load, before you tie down the load, put it on your trailer, take pictures of it and send it to us first so we can okay it. And then if we don't, whatever, they never got into what they would do if they did it like the load. The only instructions was take pictures before you load, send to us. And that was it. That was wrote in the contract, in the BOL. So I admit that. But what's the consequence of that action if you don't take the pictures? They didn't specify any consequences. So here it is now, you're just saying what you want done, but if nothing's done, you're not saying what you want done after that. Like, what's the consequence of my actions? You see what I'm saying? You didn't put that in the contract. So we have a problem now because, okay, I didn't send the pictures right off. What I did was I took pictures of the load when they dropped it. And when I took pictures of the load, I, just took pictures, saved them in the portal, delivered it, took pictures, and sent him all the pictures before and after. That's normally how most transporters do. You take before pictures, you take after pictures, and you just send it all in the BOL.
Stay in the left 3 lanes.
You don't take pictures and then send them pictures like right now. You don't normally do that. So that was already a little odd. Plus, I don't have time to be sending you pictures and all this to your phone. I'm professional, man. We take before, after pictures, we put in the BOL, we send it to you. That way you got before pictures of how the car looked like, after pictures of how the car looked like. So when you have a discrepancy of your car, you can just look at the before pictures and see if there were any damages before. If there was, then obviously there'll be damage after. So it's not rocket science, man. But for some reason, they wanted pictures to be sent up front. I get it. Maybe if y'all didn't like the car, the condition of it, y'all maybe tell them y'all don't want the car, send it back, or you may want to make them reliable, make them liable of the damages, or agree that that they did do the damages. So I get it. I know what they were saying too. This broker, it's called AVL Auto Sales. AVL Auto Sales in Smyrna. I'm smutting their motherfucking name because they don't deserve to be in this game, man. We need to wash people like this out the game. You know what I'm saying? And he had a little one-car trailer at his damn lot. Man, go get the damn car yourself, man, if you're so worried about little stuff. I mean, not to downplay it, because damages and it can't be pricey. But I guess what I'm saying is, what's little is you arguing to me about damages that I didn't do, that incurred at the auction. So why are you holding me up and not trying to pay me my bread? And even if I wasn't at fault, right, you still pay me my bread, but then you just go to your insurance and you work that out. Then you come back later and you propose to me what my negligence is and what my payment is. That's how you do that. You don't just pay the motherfucker. Like if you work at McDonald's and you get paid on a Friday, it's Thursday, you knock over the Kool-Aid stand or the tea stand and break it, you still get your check on Friday. They don't be like, oh, we don't get you your check on Friday. They pay your check on Friday, and then once they summarize and get appraisal and get estimations on the damages, then they'll come back later and say, this is what you owe. That's business. You can't strong arm a motherfucker's money, man. Because I could have got real wicked and gangster up in there. Call me about 10 years ago, man. I would have did some crazy shit. You know what I'm saying? I would have just made him pay more money out of his pocket, repairing more shit on his lot. Put it like that. I would have tore up some shit. And I would have got caught up because I'm smart enough to know how to do some shit. But I ain't that type of man no more. You feel what I'm saying? I'll beat him in other ways, like take him to court. And I know it might be pricey. I know it may even cost me a little bit more money to take him to court. But if I'd rather pay money out of my pocket and take him to smut him out, to smut his name, to smut him out the business, and get him out of there, rather than let this man go on and do other carriers like that. You dig what I'm saying? Yeah. Phone. And so my phone is not really working. It's working enough to use it, but
in 2 miles, take exit 39B to merge onto US 78.
The mechanics is a little messed up, so it overheats and stuff real easy. But anyway, let me see if y'all are still with me. All right, y'all still with me. So like I said, I'm just ranting, man, about fraud, about busters, about fakes and phonies in this game, man. Because real brokers, real transporters, real carriers, we don't get over on each other like that. Like I said, if I pull up and there's some damage on your vehicle, you go ahead and pay me, man. You pay me my money, and then if it's an issue like that, then you go ahead and work it out with your insurance, and you come to me later, propose something to me, and then I get a chance to fight that if I want to fight that. But you don't just not pay me my money. That ain't how you do business, man. That's blackball shit. That's street shit. That's hood shit. That is not business. That's not professional at all. You know what I mean? You got to pay people their money. Especially I done drove away from Atlanta to goddamn Bessemer, Alabama, picked up his car. And then, mind you, his car stated it was a running car. Get to the motherfucking car, man, car not even running, you know what I'm saying? So, so I had to winch it on in the middle of the night. So that wasn't in the contract, you know what I'm saying, about it being a non-running car. So the point is, sometimes the contract, things be outside the contract, but that don't mean business can't still, concur. So anyway, man, I'm just telling y'all, man, be careful, out here when you're hauling, man. You're going to have a lot of situations like that where people are going to be trying to get in and get over on you. You know what I mean? I had to get over, my bad. So it's going to be a lot of situations like that, man, where guys are going to try to look for any little motherfucking reason not to pay your bread. You know what I'm saying? Oh, there's a nick, there's a knack. You know what I mean? This and that. No, man, pay that man his bread. If there's a nick and knack, you work that out with your insurance. And then later on, y'all come back and propose an estimation, you know what I'm saying, of damages or whatever. And then from there, you go from there. But you don't just not pay people for just because you just upset or your feelings or whatever. You want to take it to the street, because that's street shit. Whatever you just, not for professional work, then now you took it to the street. So I could have went upside his head, man. But like I said, I ain't trying to go to jail. I ain't trying to, fuck it all off over a little bit of money, because it was only like 180. But it's just a principle in the whole thing. You know what I'm saying? So guys, get in this game. Mind you, the police came. He called the police. So the police came and shit. They chopped it up with your boy. Let me see your ID. Woo, ran me and shit. Everything straight. I'm straight laced. So then they ran him and shit. Then they just like, hey, I already knew they were gonna say they couldn't do nothing. We can't make him pay. The only thing we can do is just give you advice. I already know the script. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna take his ass to court though. Just even if I gotta pay a couple $100 out of pocket, it's just for a point to prove. But anyway, back to the subject at hand, man. Guys, just protect yourself. And like I say, if you can, demand the money up front if you can, especially if it's COD. Because if you're willing to pay me once I drop it, then you should be a little cool with paying me before I pick it up. Because it's the same trust, you know what I'm saying? I gotta trust you like you gotta trust me. So why can't I go ahead and get that up front now? That way I can just drop it off and we're just good, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna start presenting my shit like that. And also I'm gonna start putting in my contract, and you guys should probably do this the same way. Whenever I deliver a load, once delivered, the load does not come off the trailer until paid, especially if it's like COD and all that. Now if it's quick pay and all that's different. But if it's supposed to be some COD type shit, soon as I pull up, I need to get paid right now. Then I'll drop the load. That's how that go. You know what I'm saying? I need to be in the contract. Or if I drop the load, and for somehow, some way, you're upset and you're not happy, you don't want to pay me, then I get to repossess that load and I can take it back to where it came from. See what I'm saying? Like, you need to put stuff in your contract to cover you, because that was one of the suggestions a friend of mine was saying, like, hey, why don't you just repossess the car? And I was like, man, nope, because then he'll report it stolen, and then I can get some criminal problem. It gets criminal now. You can't just take him off of a car. I mean, that is his car, you know what I'm saying, at the end of the day. I'm just transporting it, you know what I'm saying? But like I say, if we were to have a contract now to say that they agreed upon, to say, hey, once I deliver and you don't pay me, I can repossess that car and just take it back to where it came from. I'm not trying to keep it, hold it, or possess it. I just want to take it back to where it come from, drop it off, and just, you deal with that, you know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't getting your car. You ain't gonna win. Like, I'll take a double loss to let you win twice, you know what I'm saying? Like, no, then we ain't gonna play that game. So, guys, man, we have to figure out a way to change legislation. That's the only way we can really fix this, man. Even police officers were saying, hey, why don't you just demand half up front, half when you drop? I said, that'd be beautiful in a beautiful world. That's beautiful in a beautiful world, but in this world, shit, man, as soon as you start telling the broker, give me half and give me this, you be demanding, you know what they're gonna say? No, my friend, I pay when you deliver. I pay when you deliver, my friend. I got you, and all this and that. They're not gonna go for that. You know what I mean? The only way they're gonna go for that is if we change the law. If law changes, if legislation changes, and amend the law to where they have to pay half up front or pay the full amount, so before we drop, or something to protect us need to be written where they gotta, uphold that law. Other than that, they're gonna do what they do. So if that's the case, then that's what we really need to be focused on. Instead of complaining about losing the money, we need to be complaining about legislation and coming up with a fix for this. The solution to this fix is change this industry to the point where everyone has to get paid either before you pick that load up, and that's whether you're hauling freight or cars. Pick up paid before you pick up, half before you get picked up, or the full amount when you drop. It's going to be either those three options. No more quick pay, no more waiting around, no more ACH, none of that, because you guys shouldn't be in this business if you don't have money to pay for your cars. How are you getting me to transport your car? I got to drive way over here, pick it up, take it way over there, drop it off with no money up front, nothing up front. I got to trust you. And then I don't even know what you look like. I got brokers, so I don't even know what their face look like. You feel what I'm saying? And so I'm supposed to trust you, and you could be wanted by the FBI. You might get popped by the FBI for fraud, and I never get my money. Or you could die because you got bad health. I don't even know what you look like. You could be weighing 500 pounds on 2 breaths of dying because you overeat. We have to get the industry to respect the paying system, a new paying system. Upfront or pay when you drop system. No more ACH. No more 2-day pay. No more quick pay and all that, because that's just another way to dig deeper in our pocket. We already settled the loan for $300, and then you want to offer quick pay and take 5 or 6%. Now I don't even get the $300. See what I'm saying? And then at the end of the fiscal year, I got to pay taxes on that vehicle. So I'm coming out of more pocket. You didn't give me the tax money on that vehicle. I'm sure you collected from that client. Yeah, broker. I'm sure when that client went to you to get that car shipped, you charged their car. You swiped it in, and it included they included the price, and it included the tax. So you collect the tax, but the tax you didn't forward it over to me as the carrier. You kept that tax. And at the end of the fiscal year, you paid your portion of that tax because you did, if you were doing right business, you did, expose that you made some money, made this portion of money on that load. So basically, a load, when they issue out a load, if they charge them $600 and they put it on the load board for $300, they keep $300, you make $300. Well, on their $300, half, 0.5, they got to pay taxes on that. You know what I'm saying? They got to pay their portion of taxes on that one load. So, but they kept the whole the whole thing. You know what I'm saying? They kept the whole tax. So it's fishy, man. It's fishy. The whole pay structure in trucking is just way off. Like I said, if we can come in and we can develop a team, if we can all come together, millions of us, man, we can all come together, and it's all transporters, all truckers, all hot shot, and hot shot is more than just a truck and trailer. Hot shot is UPS, hot shot is Uber, hot shot is DoorDash and Lyft. All that is hot shot, in case you didn't know. If you really do your homework, it's all hot shot trucking. It's all hot shot transport. But anyway, if we all came together collectively, we could come up with a system, or not a system, but we can come up with a team. We can select a team, like hand select a team of lawyers, bad motherfuckers that's smart. You know what I'm saying? And we can select our team, bro. And their job is to solely protect us. You know what I mean? And it may be something out like this already. It may be something out like this, but their job would be solely to protect us whenever some crap occurs, like this, like the guy not paying me today. When the guy didn't pay me, I could have called up that team, almost like Men in Black. They show up like Men in Black, you know what I'm saying, with all black on and shit. They show up and be ready to dismangle the man, not physically, but just by law, through the law. Like, hey, we're going to take you to court, it's going to be bad for you. Pay this man his money. Like people who protect us, people who can change the law. So we need to change the law, because I believe if everybody got paid up front or get paid when you drop that load, now it keeps you from going in the negative. Because think about it, how you can quickly go into the negative, right? Say here's Monday. You work from Monday to Saturday, right? So you're working these 6 days. Now, when you start working on Monday, you don't get paid Monday. You work Tuesday, you work Wednesday. You still ain't even got paid for Monday's work. You know what I'm saying? Because it's quick pay, it's ACH. So now you're waiting all these additional days. By the time you do get your bread, your bills are due. Your light bill was due, this bill was due. And so your bills are due, and since you ain't got the bread to pay for them because you're waiting on your bread, now you incurred a late fee. So now you got a late fee. See what I'm saying? And this is what's happening, man. So many people are getting shut out the game because their bills are due and they ain't got the bread yet. They made the money. Everybody made the money, but they ain't got the bread. The bread is sitting in the air waiting on the brokers to release it. So meanwhile, you done tacked on these late fees and stuff. And I don't even care if you could have a 4-car hauler and all that. You know what I'm saying? It don't even matter. Everybody's going through the same kind of situation, man. Trust me. So it would be nice if everyone could just get their bread and then you know, then we can make it work it out. Oh, what's going on, man? Hurry up and buy. Yeah, man. He didn't pay me because when I delivered the load, he noticed that the passenger headlight was cracked, and there was a little slash mark going across his hood, like right by the light. It was obvious a forklift, you know, tried to come in too close and hit it. He didn't want to pay me because he said that on the contract it said that I'm supposed to take pictures of the load before I load and before I even leave IAA. I guess so. If they want to say, you know, oh, we don't want the car because it's damaged, they can refuse it, or at least let IAA know, so that way in the process of insurance they will be, you know, held accountable for it because they acknowledge the accountability. You know what I'm saying? So I get what they're saying. I totally get them on their end, but you didn't have in the contract, if y'all don't send the pictures, this is the consequence. See what I'm saying? You never put a consequence in there. You just said send the pictures before you leave IA, and that was it. It never was, and if you don't get paid. You put that in the contract, I have no problem. Like, okay, I didn't send the pictures right ahead. I took pictures, but I didn't send them like before I left IA. You see what I'm saying? So the man talking about, man, you gotta wait till Tuesday, you know, because it's a holiday on Monday. It's Labor Day. So wait till Tuesday. I'm gonna get with IAA. We're gonna work it out, and then I'll pay you. I'm like, bruh, come on with the cap, man. You know good and well it's a wrap. Ain't no way I expect you to talk to IAA and them to acknowledge the damages once that car's left. You know what I mean? So yeah, I was supposed to go in there and say, hey guys, this is damaged hood and the light. You know what I mean? The broker is like not liking this. What's up? And then they would have rectified it right there because, you know, they know that they did it. So I get it. I totally get how I kind of was in the wrong in terms of not letting, you know, the broker know before I left the lot. So I get that part. But that still doesn't say don't pay me. Because here I drove from Atlanta to Birmingham, Bessemer, got your load, and it was an NOP on top of that. I had to drag that bitch on with the winch. That wasn't in the contract. It said it ran. So why we ain't recognizing that? Oh, he hurried up and blew across that when I brought that up. So it's game, man. It's a lot of, you know, bless their heart, man. Foreigners, man. I know it's when I say that, I mean like guys is just coming over here just trying to make a living, man, and get in this hot shot because it's easy to get in this game if you got a little bit of bread, you know, to get in. You can get in. So a lot of guys getting in, but they kind of messing up the economy too, man, by not knowing the importance of paying someone. See, in his mind, it's just a game. Like, you know, oh, I pay you Tuesday when I talk to IAA, we'll work it out. But in my mind, nigga, that's my bread. Like, bro, this is what we do. I'm a trucker. Like, I'm a hotshot trucker. This is how I make my money, 100%. I don't really do nothing else. You know, I mean, I have a couple little things going on, but that stuff's slow. This is what I do. This is lucrative. So, yeah, man. So, if y'all notice, Central Dispatch, when you come on Central, there's a new bulletin right there in the front. It'd be like, for fraud, watch out for fraud. Y'all notice that? Because I see it now all the time. And so it lets you know, if they had to post that lets you know, man, it's a lot of guys getting beat. A lot of guys getting beat. And that's why it brings me back to that point I try to make, that we need to all hand select us some bad motherfuckers that know the law, that's willing to come in and be like the hot shot angels, like the Charlie's Angels or some shit. Like, you know, just like their job is to basically rectify all the just the obvious wrongs. You know what I'm saying? I mean, some things you have to fight about, but some stuff is obvious. Like, bro, you should not have not paid me. You know what I'm saying? You paid me my little 180, man. You go to IAA, you can't work it out, you get your insurance involved. You come back to me later with a proposal and say, hey, look, man, this is what we think you might owe out of this. And then let me decide if I want to fight that or pay you or whatever. But you don't just pay the man. You don't just not pay the man any money. You know what I mean? You know, you don't do that, man. That's street shit. That's hood shit. You know what I mean? That nigga went hood on me. He was like, nah, I ain't paying you, bro. He like, nah, I ain't paying you, bro. Like, you gotta wait till Tuesday. Like, bruh, what kind of shit is this? So I'm saying all this to say, man, fraud is real. It happened to me today. I've delivered over 500 cars, man, since what, November? Yeah, November was when I took my first load on my authority. I mean, I worked like 6 months prior to that under somebody else's authority, but you know, yeah, man, this shit crazy. Did you keep the car right? No, I didn't keep the car, man. Look, someone suggested that too. They was like, man, reload the car back up. But bro, you already know that's theft. You know that, right? I mean, that's their car. It's legally their car. I don't have nowhere in the contract stating that I can repossess the car, and that's where I messed up at. So in the future, I will have contracts like that where they're gonna have to sign, man, and somehow get them to sign it so they can sign our contracts as well, because they're demanding on their contract, and we sign and just be on our way, but we don't give them nothing to protect us. So like if we pull up and you don't pay, I can repossess my car and I can take it off, because if I try to reload that car and take it off, he could call the police and they can just get me right there for theft, for burglary. You know, it'd probably be like burglary and shit, or auto. It won't be like auto theft. It'd probably be like, I don't even know what it would be, but it'd probably be like a misdemeanor, little crime, but enough to arrest me. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, I don't even want to step in that type of water. But what I will do is I'll smut his name. I'll put him out here, let you guys know so y'all can be aware of him. I would also put him on social media, you know, and just blast him out, man. And you know, we gotta watch these little guys out like that, man. That come in here and think they can do that. You know, like I say, even if at the end of the day, if I was in the wrong for not taking the pictures before I, you know, left, you still should have paid me. And then that way you pay the carrier, you pay the, you know, transporter's bread, and then you work it out later, man, because it got to be worked out later anyway, because it's an insurance problem. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's going to bound down to be. Let me say, I would have loaded that motherfucker back up on that trailer and called the police. Next time, call the police. Man, they call the police, man. They call the police quick. Man, you know, yeah. I was thinking about it. I was like, man, I should call the folks. But I'm like, you know, do I really want to? Because I knew what they was going to tell me. You know, I knew the script. You know what I'm saying? I knew if I called the folks, all they was going to do is come in, run our IDs to see if we got warrants and crap like that. Then they was going to goddamn tell me some shit like, hey, we can't force them to pay you. So, you know, only thing we can do is tell you it's a civil matter, go to court, fight them in court. You know what I mean? That's what she said. She literally looked me in the eye and told me that. She said, I'm so sorry. I hate that this is going on, because at the end of the day, they should be doing y'all like that. You know what I mean? The police lady was saying that. I was like, yeah, I know, but like I said, I know the script. You know what I'm talking about? So, yeah, man. But y'all see what you're saying, though, bro. I was tempted to. Believe me, I was like, man, hey, boy, I'm about ready to goddamn just snatch this car back up on the trailer, man, and take it. But then I would have had to take it way back to. It would have been more of a pride thing. You feel me? Like, yeah, I would have had to, like, it would be more of a prideful thing to do that. But I would have hurt myself more, because then I would have had to goddamn take that motherfucker back to IAA, which is in Alabama. You know what I'm saying? So I would have had to pretty much deadheaded back to IAA, drop it, and they lied. And then I could have found a load, of course, out of there. But you know. But anyway. Let me see how long this video is. Almost 30 minutes. Y'all stop right at 30. Got about another minute to go. But anyway, get them contracts, big homie. Yeah, man, you already know. Them contracts is everything. But the thing about it is, you can get contracts, but will they sign them? Answer me that. Will they sign them, guys? Y'all know how these brokers are. They're very, you know, very strong and strict on their beliefs and whatever, you know, their business. So, that's the only problem, man. Are you going to be able to get them to agree? Same way when someone said, even the police was like, you know, like I said before, the police was like, hey, get half up front, shit, and get half when you drop. I said, in a perfect world, you know, as soon as you get to wrapping that stuff on the phone with that broker, he gonna say, sorry, I'm just gonna keep it posted. You know, somebody gonna get it. 5 guys that say no, 10 guys. In this game, for every 5 men that say hell no, there's 10 guys that say hell yes. So the brokers know that, and with that leverage that they have, they're not gonna buckle. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, the only way we can change anything is make it law, where they gotta literally like follow the law. Other than that, if it's all free will, they're not gonna do what they. So that's out. You find a broker like that, let me meet him. I love to run his cars. Because these motherfuckers is crazy out here, man. And like I said, like I said, I love my foreigners because, hey, I got homies that's from Jamaica and different islands and stuff. I even got a Russian homie, you know what I'm saying, that I met out here trucking, who's cool, man. But a lot of foreigners, too, get in the game and really don't understand how to keep it nutritious, you know what I'm saying? Because it's a cutthroat business, and I get it, but you can't do everybody like that. But anyway, guys, I'm about to get ready and, end this video, man. Almost at my destination. I'm off today. I'm about to do some modifications to the trailer. Chicken lights on the side, and then install my new 9,500 pound pulling winch, man, with the wireless. I've been loving it, man. I've been out here using that winch. I ain't even got it tied down, and I've been using it. Yeah, because it's so heavy, man, and the way. But anyway, I don't even want to explain that, but just know, boy, I can't wait to do a little video on the winch. You'll love it, and it's only like under $200. So y'all hold it down, man. Enjoy y'all freaking Sunday. I hope y'all are off, getting rest, relaxing. I'm driving with my knee just in case y'all wonder why my hands ain't. But I'm off, man. I'm off. I done clocked out. I dropped off that load. I'm off today. Like I say, modifying the trailer and just chilling. But y'all chill, man. Get some rest, man. Be safe on the road, man. And steady build, man, and learn from each other. I'm out, man. I'm out. Peace, peace, peace.